So I know that I recently did a video with Shark and Demon Mama. Well, there was a part that I missed, and a certain commentator had something to say about it. I want to say thank you to all of my Patreon supporters who help support the channel. Also, I want to say thank you to my Twitch subscribers. Help the channel out by donating or go to patreon.com. Thank you. Let's see what he has to say.
What's your opinion on people defending the C-slur use by him? You can't criticize how black people talk to each other. Oh, no, I think, okay, so yeah, it's like how do you...
So, this is a conversation that I actually went over between Shark and Demon Mama. Let's go.
I don't know how these people would ever answer the question. Like, how do you figure out, like, how do I know if I should listen to, like Martin Luther King or Candace Owens on Black issues? How does, in these people's worlds, how in the world do you even figure that out? Like, how do you figure out you should listen to one or if not the other? If you're like, oh, you should listen to black people when they talk, and you just need to be educated, okay? And once you're educated, you need to like listen. You need to like genuflect at the altar of like melanin, and if you don't, then you're just racist. If that's
so, I love the way he said genuflexes. I've been saying it myself. The fact is, yes, for the people that, and this is like deep in the conversation. This is deep in the conversation, deeper than when we reviewed the conversation. So, who do you listen to when it comes to black issues? Martin Luther King Jr. or Candace Owens? Let's see.
That's the case, then how in the world do you, and you don't put any like of your own thought into it, how in the world do you figure out the difference between Martin Luther King and Candace Owens, right? Like, how in the world does that work out? I feel like it doesn't. So it's just completely ridiculous. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't think, like, I wouldn't support using the C slur against honestly anybody. I don't like it. I don't think it's a good word. I don't think like normalizing using slurs like that against other like black people, honestly, especially when you're spitting vitriol. I don't think that's very good at all. Hello, hi Argo. Hope you're doing well. She hurt her ankle the other day.
Oh. So this is actually interesting. Shark is saying that, yeah, maybe we shouldn't use the sleep slurs. I torn about that, and I'm not going to say that I haven't had any consistency, because I have had very inconsistency, where people have actively said that, no, there's no racism. I may have used the C slur. It's never been against left-wing people, unless there are left-wing people only by the color of their skin, which a lot of these motherfuckers believe. Oh, they must be listened to because of the color of their skin. But let's see. Who do you listen to with, I don't know, between Candace Owens and Martin Luther King on black issues? I wonder.
Sorry to hear that. Is Argo your editor?
What's going on? My name is Joe.
Oh, wow, Joe Lewis has appeared. All right, let's go.
Listen, I'm practice talking on the internet. So this is gonna be a little bit of a different video than I normally do, because we're going to particularly talk about that clipping question. And the only...
Now, mind you, in order to find this, he would have had to watch the whole fucking conversation. Now, mind you, Joe Lewis was brought up in this conversation. However, he's going to just take a clip to try to shit on Shark, where literally the whole video was talking about how people from his ilk, and look, check it out. I'm going to actually say this, and I'm going to be that asshole. I'm going to be that person. Here,
now, the Democrats sell out labor
Michael,
and take...
Stop. There we go. I'm going to be that asshole. But let's look at this shit. Let's look at this shit.
How's it going? My name is Joe.
When you have video titles like this, and again, this is like some of that FD bullshit. or that foreign bullshit where they put in the thumbnail shit that they wouldn't put in the title. But this is the shit that I'm talking about. A black person responds to, and yeah, the black person listened to Hero, John Brown, and Byproducts of Freedom. M for L is correct. Moms for Liberty, Fight for Control, and why? Like, even this shit. We fail black people. Listen to, like, some of this shit is just no. That's not the C slur that they're using. Trash panda term. That's what they want to actually use. That's what they want to use. Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. And this is actually ironic because I was making a joke about this shit. Tell me this motherfucker doesn't sound like this motherfucker. He doesn't sound like a woke motherfucking Umar Johnson.
Better be bringing more to the table. Okay?
You can't tell me he doesn't look like a Umar Johnson.
Than a pretty face and some hot cookies. But
you can't tell me he doesn't. Motherfuckers can't literally tell me these motherfuckers don't look alike. It's the roundness of the face, and I'm not saying they look exactly alike, but one looks like a younger version of the other. And maybe because of their rhetoric that I'm just like associating them, because I literally have a hard time picking out people's fakes. But when their rhetoric is like motherfucking similar, oh, you just them. But let's go. And cancel me because of it.
Thing that matters. We're talking about that clip in question is this portion.
How do I know if I should listen to like Martin Luther King or Candace Owens on Black issues?
If your time is short, the answer is you listen to both of them.
If your time is short, you listen to both of them. One who's doing a diametrically fucking apathetical to black people's issue. Yeah, you should listen to them about black people's issue. This is the same motherfucker that says Candace Owens got rich because she married a white husband. Was that her? Yeah, that was her. That was him. Yeah, he said that shit. I was reviewing the conversation. By the way, I put the full conversation together, so it's gonna drop Saturday in case y'all want to see it. But he said you listen to both.
And the answer is both of them, and it will always be both of them. If your time is a little bit shorter or longer, I should say, I guess, I would say that you listen to both of them and engage with their chronotope and contextualize how it relates to their positions.
Does he know what chronotope means? Let's look up chronotope. I just want to make sure I have that spelled correctly. Show transcripts. Where are we at? 209. Chronotope. Let's look up what chronotope means. If it means skin color, we're off to a wonderful start. In literal theory and philosophy of language, the chronotope is the configurations of time and space that are represented in language and disclose. Oh, wow. He just had to throw out chronotope. Oh, I'm going to start using this word. I heard it on the internet, and now I know the definition. Oh, God. Oh, God. What is the chronotope theory? A term employed by Russian literary theorist Mikhail Bakhtin, whatever the fuck it is, to refer to coordinates of time and space. At least he didn't call it their social positioning, right? Wow. Okay. Okay. Let's go. Let's go.
Them and engage with their chronotope and contextualize how it relates to their positions. And then if the answer is something that you want that's a little bit longer than that, and you got a little bit of time, then everything after this portion, right? What's going on? This is Joe Lewis from the Editing Bay. This video is not about the C word. This video is not about Soul Bunny. This video is not about Keffals. This video isn't really even about Shark. This is just... And
then why did you bring it up? Hey, look. I'm not disagreeing with Joe Lewis. It's not about Joe Lewis. It's not about the stupid shit that he says. It's not about me equating him to look like a younger version of Umar Johnson. It's not about that. It's about the arguments that he makes and how stupid that they are. But it's not about him and his level of intelligence that I think he doesn't have.
In particular, the question that he posed from the conversation the other day. If you think this is going to be me going after any of the individuals that I mentioned before in this little editing portion, you can just respectfully go fuck yourselves. Because
that's what I'm going to do after I get off the stream tonight. I'm going to fuck myself really, really good. With my motherfucking hand. Just stroke the shit out of him. Oh, shit. All right, let's go.
Go somewhere else for drama. Kidology is fighting with Chud Logic. Watch that instead. It is way more funnier. Anyway, back to the video.
Yeah, it's probably funnier, but you're just sad. Let's go.
So we're going to engage with that. This is not scripted. I'm sorry in advance. So if I say something or I misspeak something, I'll try to catch it in the description. All I did was take a couple of flashcard notes that I'm going to be scrolling with on Word, but the rest is just me talking about this thing, because I talk about this thing a lot. All right, so there's three aspects of experience and exposure. You can hear something, you can see something, and you can experience something. There are fancy philosophical words to that. I don't give a shit about that. It doesn't matter.
So why bring them up? You're just saying words to make yourself sound more intelligent than what you are. Seem more intelligent than what you are.
For the sake of this video. But if you want to like sort of define these things, hearing something is a transmission of information and ideas through various modes of speech. Seeing something is transmission of information and ideas through the various modes of examination. And experiencing something is the transmission of information and ideas through various modes of living.
Like, this is like the second time I done heard him, and I've heard other people just like stand, you know, Candance Owens. Do they just really just believe what she has to say is so valuable and so right when it comes to, you know, minority issues? This is just like really, really weird, right? It's almost as they don't have any ideological, you know, problems with Candance Owens unless they want to use Candance Owens as a tool and say that, you know, certain people do Candance Owens tactics. I mean, like, I is it just me? I don't know. Let's go.
These three things all inform each other. They're not mutually exclusive. And these things are influenced by our invisible and visible identities. What are those? Invisible identities are assumed identities that someone might come to the conclusion of by observation. And invisible identities are identities that are unknown through observation. And then...
What's up, Archer? So, he's trying to make some roundabout cause of saying that, hey, your identity is assumed or invisible. It's how people look at you, how, you know, people may assign to you. Like, get on with it. What does this have to do with who would you trust going over issues, black issues, specifically black issues, Martin Luther King or Candance Owens? Fuck spatial and temporal position. Fuck assumed identity and non-assumed identity. Who would you listen to and why? Shark said it. They won't have an answer for this. And all I'm hearing is front loading. Oh no, because I did watch a little bit of this. All I'm hearing is front loading of, well, when you think about it, and the positioning, and the position of the sun, and when the moon is in the the house of Mars, and it's the age of Aquarius. It's just stupid.
And there's like ways that we can make an invisible identity to be visible with different artifacts, yada yada yada, philosophical bullshit that I don't care about right now. I'm trying to make.
Then why bring it the fuck up?
Just short. These identities shape how institutions interact with us, and also influences how we interact with those institutions. And then those interactions shape how we view the world. And those interactions also create different positions. And there's a few positions that you got to worry about. All right.
The question is, who would you rather listen to on Black issues? Somebody who is actively pushing for the advancement of not just the national, advancement of colored people, or somebody who is actively not just against Black people, but somebody who's also actively against poor people, that's actively pushed and said that Hitler didn't do anything wrong. He just wanted to move it outside of Germany. Who do you listen to? Somebody who is actively for the advancement of all people and helping out people in general, or somebody who's okay with totalitarian governments? This isn't a hard fucking question. The only reason it's hard to these people is because they're looking at one identity: skin color.
Economic positions, which are built from income, wealth, property, material possessions, and holdings. You have cultural positions, which are...
Yes, you should listen to... You should listen to both Martin Luther King and Candance Owens. Martin Luther King, who lived in a poor neighborhood to show the blight of being poor in America. Martin Luther King, the person who was assassinated because he spoke out about the Vietnam War, and was killed on a fucking trip where he was out there with striking garbage workers, versus Candance Owens, who literally tried to get a mentally unstable man to buy Partler because she needed a fucking payday.
Built from the familiarity with dominant culture, like the codes and norms of that, and then the ability to navigate within and exploit that. Political positions are built on the relationship of people of similar visible and invisible identities, and how they currently and historically relate to government and politics. And to be clear again, because there's another definition, politics are merely the group competition over scarce resources and the activities that make up that competition.
And see, he just told on himself. He just fucking told on himself. Because he thinks politics is a zero-sum game. That's all it is with this. That's what all these cornbread tube motherfuckers. And while you need to listen to Black people as we tell you what the fuck to do when we really want revenge. It's about a zero-sum game with these motherfuckers. They don't want restorative justice. They don't want restoration. They want fucking revenge. We need to be on top to show you how it feels to be on the fucking bottom. It's not about ending racism. They just want to play where they're on top, issuing out the racism. But let's continue.
Then you have social positions, which are built upon the quality of various social networks, which then promote interest and or the influence in other positions.
Again, this is a question on who would you listen to on Black issues, Candance Owens or Martin Luther King Jr. Why are you bringing this up? Literally, why are you bringing this up? Only to obfuscate the fact that you want to have Candace Owens in the club until you want to use her as a weapon. Because somebody has Candace Owens type tactics.
All these positions work in collaboration with each other, and they're also not mutually exclusive. Our positions are not clearly known just through experiencing them. We have to navigate in this world and expose ourselves to different people and different modes of knowledge bases, i.e. seeing and hearing, so that we can...
How many of you guys think, and it, like just like if you really think, if you follow in the chat, how many of these guys think that they've actually exposed themselves to different people? Like seriously, like not the online on the hug box that they have, or like they've interacted with one person from a particular group and just like fuck all of them. Put a 1 in the chat, or put a 2 if you really think they've interacted with people of different ideologies, or 2 if they motherfucking just rely on their hug box.
Understand the position as it relates to our own. And then we do this through talking to people, being in community with people, reading books, doing research, going to seminars, all that shit.
Wait. If you're trying to be in community, if you're trying to actually get a way of just working together with people, why are you dismissing actually in person organizing, actually being in the same room? Why are you dismissing, going out there and just having people just motherfucking... I know what you meant, but how would you dismiss having people actually meet in public and actually learn from each other? Why are you dismissing that? Like, for real. Again, because they don't want their social club slurried. They don't want a solutions. They want cloud and cash, of course.
And that just all that means, by the way, is just contextualizing our existence through seeing, hearing, and experiencing. And
wow, you know what the 5 senses are. Oh shit. Get this man the motherfucking plaque for passing first grade.
Then with that contextualization, relating it to ourselves and our positions within that, and the positions and relationship that our positions have with other people.
You see me say they social positioning. Okay, all right, let's go.
All we're trying to do is contextualize our existence, and we continue doing this research and yada 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 so we can help contextualize our existence. But what the...
It's telling that you're doing research to contextualize our position. Why don't you do research to actually help motherfuckers? Not just to sit back and, as it said in their motherfucking, in the chat, well, they're sniffing their own farts. Why don't you do research of how we can actually provide a more favorable look of economics to the common person? Why don't we do research on how to communicate better, not to just online closed spaces? I will say this. It is somebody I've been watching, and he is clearly not a leftist. Like center right. But he has dismantled so much of the fucking red pill because he sits back and talks to people as if they're people. But this high-minded, first you got to look at identity, then you got to look at their chronotype, and then you have to look at invisible identities that somebody give you, or visible identities. The question simply is, when it comes to racial issues for black people, who would you rather listen to? Candace Owens or Martin Luther King Jr.?
The fuck does that have to do with Candace Owens and MLK? I mentioned it in a video I think I posted yesterday or the day before. Limitations exist by being a member of an identifiable group. And what that means is, as a member of one identifiable group, you cannot fully understand the existence of another member of a separate group. So
yeah, he's going back to, if I'm part of this group, I can't understand another group, which is not the flex that you think it is. Motherfucker, if you don't have human fucking empathy, I understand that. If you're so caught in your own shit that you can't understand human empathy, cool, say that. Hey, say less. Say fucking less. I will give you that. If human empathy is a thing that you're solely lacking, if you don't understand that I can't be in your exact same shoes, but I can understand your pain, then fine. Make that deficiency you. But that's not my deficiency. That is not my deficiency. Because I'm seemingly intelligent enough to take parts of my past and what I've experienced and say, like, yeah, that's fucked up. And to see somebody with a similar or like-minded situation, and I get it. Not everybody can do that because they've been dealing with pain and hurt and shit like that. Some people are just fucking stupid and they don't have that cognitive ability. But to say because you're part of this group and I'm part of that group, then, we can't understand each other. It's stupid. I've been hearing about Dr. Umar for years, and he's strict and he's sketchy as hell. The lack of understanding is invented. People have been intermingling and connecting over shared experience for millennia. I'm just gonna save a black doesn't go beyond accepting others who don't look like you. It's too binary. Yeah, no, because that's the thing. They don't want to save others. They just want to get the people that look like them. That's reactionary shit. And if you don't look like them, but you will genuflex to what they want, then cool. You part of the good ones. Again, this is seriously Hotep shit. Well, let's go.
Oh, me as a
and let's just be honest with you. I get it. Like, dude, you wear natural hair. I wear natural hair. But I don't wear my natural hair just to say, like, to signal some type of bullshit to say I'm more blackity black than you. It's stupid. I wear my hair natural because I fucking hate getting fucking haircuts. It's not some aesthetic for me. I fucking look good and awesome by it because just fucking awesome. But when you have to make aesthetics to show how black you are, when blackness is your personality type, not just a way of somebody can actually see you, then you're doing it wrong. You're fucking doing it wrong. And this is not to call his blackness into question. It's that you're wearing it as a fucking aesthetic. Come on, dog. Come on. But let's go.
Black person, I can't know the full contextualization of an existence for a white person. I can't, as a man, know the full contextual existence as a woman.
Even if you were to say, had somebody who was black like you, who was a man like you, and I don't know if he's straight or cis or not, even if you still wouldn't be able to fully understand the conceptual. Dude, sharing a fucking gender identity and a fucking melanin phenotype does not know you will never completely understand the same person. Even if you had a fucking twin. A twin. Grew up in the same fucking house and everything. You still will not fully understand that person. It still takes fucking empathy. What part of that don't you get? This is the insane case. Joe Lewis is probably getting more push to the is probably getting more push to the right than he wants to admit. Candance Owens is getting so messed up when they do turn her. Yeah.
However, just because that's a limitation doesn't mean there aren't things that we can do about that. What we need to do is make sure that we're in community with other members of different identifiable groups to help contextualize our own existence and the existence as it relates to theirs. And then there's different modes of experience that exist within that.
Okay, cool, great. The purpose of being in groups and being in diverse groups is to learn from people and to actually get that human fucking empathy. Like, you don't get that shit. Okay, let's go.
Different modes of experience for white people. There's different modes of experience for black people. There's different modes of experience for Latin folks. Like, all these things create.
And the way they just talk about this is fucking crazy. Not all black people have the same experience. We don't. Fuck, we don't. Rico told them that in their conversation. Not all black people have the same experience. Let's go.
What we know about the world and our position that exists within that. When it comes to the idea of Candace Owens and MLK, you have to first understand it's just a chronotope. And to expand that,
no, it's their literal philosophical positions. It's how they see the world. It is quite literally what they espouse on their public platform, be it past or be it present. This is the bullshit that I'm talking about. Now, yes, okay, here, I know there's been some debate within the last few weeks about whether civil rights movement violent or non-violent or shit like that. I understand that. But when it comes down to looking at the history and not just the fucking sound bites, you know, the things that conservatives do and some fucking, yeah, it was militant. These people don't have a clear understanding of fucking history. They go to what they think the history should be and look at it. Martin Luther King Jr., for all his pluses and benefits, was a fucking socialist. Not only did he say, well, we're going to advance black people, he wanted to advance all people. I told you guys, I did have a video on my channel about the drum major instinct where he is literally talking to the cops. I know, cops. Talking about how literally he is marching for the people who have him arrested. Saying that I want better schools for you. You should be marching with us. But fuckers like this will never fucking understand that shit. But let's go.
All that means is that their language and expression is of a particular time and place. So chronotope is a when and a where. And they also have different positions that exist within that. Different positions that exist within that when and where.
Sort of like Castlevania situation where Saint Germain realizes that Varney is, deaf.
And our job as a listener, especially if you're a member of the outgroup.
Hey, by the way, I'm just going to say this. Castlevania Nocturne, all that looks like it's going to be fucking amazing. It's actually dropping this fall. I saw the trailer for it today. But, okay, I'm sidetracked. Let's go.
Is to contextualize those two things and the relationship between those things to the best of our ability, which is going to require books, interviews, seminars, readings, roundtables, all this different information that's out there in the world to help contextualize their existence and then their chronotope, their language as they express their ideas into the world.
He acts as if Candace Owens and Martin Luther King are a continuation of the same fucking language. They're the same, motherfucking a continuation of the same philosophy. No, they're not. One is actively not just pushing down black people, pushing down poor white people, pushing down Hispanic people, pushing down women. One is actively doing that. And one, in his time, wanted the expansion of rights for everybody. Yeah, that's why the far-right conservatives don't like Martin Luther King and he was a socialist. Rights for everyone. I mean, yeah, exactly.
And that's going to require active engagement in the content of what they are saying. So when you're listening to different, in this case, black people, you have to engage in the content of what they are saying.
Oh, shit. It's almost as if the first question was, who would you rather listen to? MLK or Candace Owens when it comes to black issue? And it's about what they're saying. Wow.
Have to divorce the individual for a brief second and engage in the content. And then when you...
No, you don't divorce the individual. You do not. You listen to the shit that they're saying. And you say, this smells like some bullshit. Unless you're talking about how they just look, Joe Lewis. You're not just making a snap generalization based on how they look, are you?
Engage in the content, you can then bring the person back in and contextualize their existence. I really hope that made sense.
No, it didn't. It didn't.
You're not looking to find out which one of these two people are correct. You're not trying to find out if Candace Owens is the better Negro than MLK.
No, that's literally why you're listening to them. That is literally why you're listening to them. To figure out who is correct. You dumb fuck. That was the point of the question. I understand you've been dancing around this question for the last fucking 8 minutes to try to figure out a way of just justifying your answer about listening to Candace Owens on black issues because, her skin dark versus Martin Luther King, who is for the advancement of all people. You remember his I Have a Dream speech where he brought all people and said, we come to collect on a payment that the government owes us? And before motherfuckers get crazy, this is not the whole Our Lives Matter. It's everybody deserves its fucking respect. But fuckers like this will never understand that. They would be the motherfuckers that would be like, hey, why don't we do universal basic income? But what about the extra for black people? Dude, we're helping out the people that need help. But what about the extra for black people? Like, all right, let's do Medicare for all. Mental health component. But is it just gonna be for black people? We're doing it for everybody. We're gonna raise the standard for everybody. But what about black people? Are they gonna get help? Yes. But it's not just specifically for them. These are those type of people. Instead of saying like, let's construct something that is going to help everybody. Everybody. But it doesn't say, is it going to help black people a lot? Yeah, but it's going to be for everybody. Then you dumb fuck, you're missing the point without seeing it. But let's go.
And if you're looking to do that and create some hierarchical categorization of black political thinkers, then you're just doing yourself a disservice and you're Wait,
what the fuck? Wait, what? Did he just really say what I think he did? Let's go.
Is the better Negro than MLK. And if you're looking to do that and create some hierarchical categorization of black political thinkers, then you're just doing yourself a disservice and you're wasting a lot of time and energy.
So he's saying, just because you're a black political figure, you should be listened to just off the strength of you being black, not you being right, just because you're black. And this goes back to the conversation that we had. Well, Candace Owens is more appealing. Are you want to be appealing or do you want to be right? Let's continue. Fuck, this is stupid.
And you're also, in my opinion, a fucking problem.
Of course, it's a problem. Of course it's a problem with calling people out for their fucked up takes. What did he say? What did he say? That it's not about drama or like shitting on people because of what they fucking believe. Like, yeah, sure.
But that's a totally different thing that I'm working on a video for another day. But with that being said, all you're looking to do is by listening to these people, your first step is to take the individual out, engage in the content of what they're saying,
No, you dumb fuck. Oh my God, you are literally making my case for me and you don't realize it. The question is, do you listen to MLK or do you listen to Candace Owens? You listen to the shit that they're saying, you dumb fuck. Because one is for the advancement and making just everybody's lives better, and one is for the advancement of only rich motherfuckers. And if you think there is a difference or they should be equal, you're only looking at their identities.
The individual back in and then contextualize their existence. And through contextualizing their existence, a lot of the things that people will say are not going to sound so far-fetched and out of this world. Because again, like, these are people that exist.
He's making apologia for Candace Owens. He is making apologia for Candace Owens. Well, if you look at her background, then you know what she's gonna say. It may not be so far-fetched. You're making apologia for Candace Owens. Wow. Fuck. Wow. Wow. Damn.
In a particular time and place and have social positions, just positions. Sorry.
He said it. He said it. Social positions. He said it. He said it.
That exist within that time and place. And you're just trying to contextualize those things. And contextualizing those things means active engagement in the content before, during, and after you hear them speak. And that's how you can figure out, okay, you know, I like these certain aspects of MLK, but some of the stuff he says is just bullshit. I can listen to Cam.
What's some of the bullshit that he says? What are the bullshit that he says? Is he saying bullshit about maybe we should, you know, treat everybody with respect? And is that what is bullshit he's saying? What is the bullshit he's saying, Joe Lewis? Wow. Okay.
Candace Owens, like, you know, some of the observations that she comes to are correct, but there's also stuff that's bullshit.
What are the observations that she comes to that you agree with, Joe Lewis? What are those observations?
And you're not trying to categorize bullshit in a hierarchical manner. What you're trying to do is understand what the bullshit is.
Your mind is so open on Candace Owens is leaking out of your fucking ears. What is the bullshit? And mind you, I am somebody who can take bits and pieces of wisdom and knowledge from everybody. But I know when I'm speaking with a dishonest fucking prick versus saying that, oh yeah, I'm just gonna listen to them unquestioningly. I know when I'm speaking to a dishonest motherfucker. And Candace Owens, you know what? When she first started, I thought it was a grift. But now I know she's probably drank her Kool-Aid. Oh, really? What is the bullshit Dr. King said? What is? Yeah, exactly.
But you can contextualize the bullshit as to how they got to those conclusions. Other Negroes that people do this for are like Clarence Thomas, Thomas Sowell.
He's running down a murderer's row of this shit. Oh no, fuck. Yeah, okay. If he says Umar, I'm done.
Fucking Colin Powell, Condoleezza Rice, Larry Elder, excuse me. And I can't think of any other black conservatives that people love to use for their arguments, but as they compare them to civil rights leaders. But like, at the end of the day, these are all different black experiences, and these are black experiences, and their language is a chronotope. I'm sorry, these have a chronotope, excuse me, and they have different.
He ran down the murderer's row of it's black people's fault that they're in the position that they are. Mind you, this is supposed to be somebody who is on the left, who talks about social positioning and the history of racism, but he just ran down a murderer's row. Said, no, not everything they say is bullshit.
Positions that exist within that chronotope, and then like our job as listeners is to try to contextualize their existence, and through contextualization of their existence you might find that some things are true but some things aren't quite true, some things might be true but misleading, some things might be true but also false at the same time. Like that's the name of the game. The name of the game is what we should be doing.
Notice he didn't say contradictions. All right, let's go.
Is contextualizing people's existence, and contextualizing the words and the content of what they're saying. And that's...
He's making apologia for conservatives that use their blackness as a shield. He's making apologia for it. All because they're black. Wow. Fucking wow. Because you know black people are a monolith.
And that's the way, for going back to the tonic question.
How do I know if I should listen to like Martin Luther King or Candace Owens on black issues?
You should listen to both of them. And there isn't a dichotomy of like one being better than the other. You listen to both.
I'm not making this shit up, right? It's not me making this shit up. You know, the thing about it is, they like to take debate bros and clip them out of context. I literally played his fucking video right here. I played his video. I'm not taking this shit out of context. It's not me. I am not hallucinating this shit. They are really doing, he's really doing apologetics for Candace Owens, Stowell, Elder. Like, he's really doing this shit. I'm not making this shit up, right? I'm not crazy. I'm not crazy. I'm not delusional. That's the thing. I didn't just like hallucinate that shit, right? Like, you know, a lot of the times that I do want to just disprove horseshoe theory. But man, they making this shit very, very hard. They are making this shit extremely hard. Anyway, thank you for watching this clip. Of course, we're live, so we're going to be doing some more clips. Hang out with us. You know, if you haven't done so already, subscribe. Hit that bell notifications to let you know when I go live. We're trying to make 1,000 subscribers by October 1st. We're going to cut this video segment here, and thanks for watching this clip. Thank you for watching this video, and the next one should be popping up on your screen. Subscribe, and if you haven't checked it out and want to help out the channel, check out my Patreon. Thanks.